14 times they've clashed as coaches, incidentally, and Fulton's teams have won 11. We go into the test match, Australia versus the rest of the world, at Suncorp Stadium here in Brisbane. And the first play of the night brought back from on his own dead ball line by Jason Robinson. And again, cover work by Moore. Now on the last tackle, Lamb. High into the air, the chase is good from rest of the world's Robinson. Ball goes loose, Manson ruling the turnover to Australia.
Yeah, great tactics there. They're playing well, the rest of the world.
I'm just trying to think how many tries he did score on the Kangaroo Tour. And Tuvey, pressure in the middle of the ground. The ball goes away. Oh, it's been cut down. Johns pulled down by the centre, Howlett. And that's been a real try-saving tackle by the young South Sydney centre.
Well, that was tremendous football from both teams.
He broke the tackle of Fittler, but he was pulled down by Mark Coyne. O'Reilly working something with Lamb. Lamb throwing dummies and still going. The number 7, the captain. He has set this up. He's over. I think it's Ramika. Ramika's over to score. Adrian Lamb. He has bedazzled them. The world leading Australia 4 points to 0 with the kick to come.
And no surprise to see that Adrian Lamb is the catalyst once again. A little bit of interplay amongst the forwards. Then Adrian Lamb, he throws one dummy. There's 2, there's 3. Gets in behind, pushes McGregor off, steps back inside, throws another one. That's 4 dummies. Finally passes, and this is a good effort here to spin around and get the football down. It looked tremendous from front on here. Adrian Lamb not putting it on a platter, but he really did make things easy for the try scorer in the end.
Oh, how good is he? Look, he's just pushing him out of the way. He's got the ball on a string. They hung off him. And it's Ramika who does so well to get the try as well, spinning there. But put it down to Adrian Lamb. He's the man.
So, a bit of a turn up for the books. They lead 4-0. Craig Innes has missed it. So we'll go to a break at the 24th with the world side in front. 5 tackles and 5 metres out as Tuvey goes across for Fittler's kick, and Menzies couldn't quite get it, could he? Manson's deliberating with the in-goal judge, and it is a knock-on. Well, Menzies thought he got downward pressure on it. I've got to say, from here, I thought he failed to grass it.
Would have been the try of the century. Plan move, good set play. He's got to it.
Oh, gee. Visions of Dennis Ward, Graham Langland's this one. I think that's a try. Well, the one thing Australia have been unable to do is to get together some strings of 6s in a row. I think if they can do that before half-time, they'll run in some points here. Quite flat at the moment, but really they haven't had any quality possession.
This is Harrigan stepping away. Here comes the try that will equalise. Brash up under the posts. 4 points all. Harrigan's been threatening. Every time he's handled the football, he's drawn the defence and unloaded. And Brasher, of course, when he sees space, he's away. Nobody stops him.
Yeah, he's been Australia's best tonight, Paul Harrigan, and we've pointed out on so many occasions when he offloads, he is such a better player. He's a good meters man, he runs hard, takes the defence on, but when he can get some second phase work going, he's absolutely magnificent. That was a very bad miss there from Jason Lowry. He never got his arms around the player at all, just went for the shoulder charge. And Tim Brasher, he sniffs anything out. Anything up the middle of the ruck, you can be sure the fullback will be trailing.
So Brasher, and from right in front, 10 metres out, he raises the flags. And Australia put their nose in front to put away about 35 out from the Australian line on tackle 5. And 6-4 Australia. As Lamb's kick looks for Robinson. Oh, he almost got clean ball. They still might score. They will score. The Kraken's into the corner. The world will go to half-time, leading by 8 points to 6 at least.
Jared McCracken there on the end of a lucky bounce from Jason Robinson's chest. The kick was a beauty. The timing of the run was superb. And if there was a lack of urgency from the rest of the world moments ago, as Paul pointed out, the same applies here for the Australian team. Really, there was only 2 players back there and no great desire from a lot of players to get back in case something like this happened. Robinson couldn't take it. Tangata was there, and he gets a good ball away to McCracken, who changes direction. to get around Tim Brasher.
It looked like the ball definitely went back there off Robinson, so it's all fair enough, and no Australians within cooey.
From the 20-metre line, Innes has got the kick away beautifully, but it was well short. Looked good, but well short. The half-time break is there. Rest of the world with 2 tries to 1, leading by 2 points at half-time at Suncorp. We'll take a break and be back with the second half action in just a moment. 5 gone. The defence has been sound. Long ball. Johns. Cut out ball. The winger. Oh, free kick. Acrobatic. Brasher gets his second. What about, was that O'Davis? Or was it was O'Davis all right? What he did here is quite incredible.
I'm still not quite sure what he did. Jason Robinson comes flying in off his wing. He's the farthest player for the world side. The cutout pass. O'Davis takes it and gets a ball back inside. That's just absolutely sensational stuff from a player playing at the top of his confidence.
2 of the best passes you'd ever want to see. First from Fittler, then from Andrew Johns. And, well, 3 of the best. That topped them both.
With Johns now from the sideline. And online at the moment, but it won't have the length. So, 2 points the margin again. Johns' pass wasn't all that accurate. Fittler, a dummy for Menzies, goes out for Hill. Not Hill, he'll go over. Yes! Terry Hill over to score Australia's 3rd try.
And unfortunately, Phil Howlett was the man who just came up with a one-on-one miss. 2 very, very damaging centres out there for Australia tonight in Paul McGregor. He did the work on this side of the field. And Terry Hill, who's limping back after scoring that 4-pointer, just had too much strength for Phil Howlett. Problem there in the bottom left-hand corner of the screen for Tim Brasher. He wasn't involved in the play at all. Brad Fittler, the dummy inside. Howlett goes in low. He drops the hit Terry Hill. And Jason Robinson unable to stop him from reaching out to score.
Well, they were outnumbered and they slid well. And eventually it came down to a one-on-one situation. And that's a tackle that just had to be made. And Howlett wasn't up to it on that occasion. But, you know, Hill's a very strong runner. He uses his hips well when he gets to the defensive line.
That's the 6th international try for Terry Hill. As Andrew Johns from the 10-metre line in from that side of the ground, 20 metres out, and that kick has got more capacity about it. So Australia, they lead 16-8 after 58 minutes. We'll be back in just a moment. And now from Billy Moore. Johns with a long ball, finding his captain, inside for Menzies. Seldom the match goes past, but he doesn't pick up a try. He casts a shoe as he puts it over the line. Menzies for Australia.
Well, he loves the inside passes, Steve Menzies. You see him do it time and time again at Manly off Cliff Lyons. Now it's off Brad Fittler. And the defence is there. It's just a one-on-one missed tackle again. Willie McLean it was who'd come up into the line. And some poor defence. It's really been their problem. Once Australia got some football, it was always going to be their problem. And they've had most of the football here beautifully put on by Brad Fittler. Menzies throws a shoe. Get the farrier out there quick.
I'm sure that Bob Fulton shares that concern with his star Manly halfback.
Andrew Johns provides the extras, which have been few and far between. Australia extend their lead, 22-8 after 67.
I reckon there's about 15,000 here, Reps, tonight.
Just under. I don't think there's 15.
Just short of it, Peter?
Hermanson, he's offloaded to Gary Larson here. Yeah, I think it's just shy, mate.
28 metres out from the rest of the world line. As Matt Singh puts on a solo sprint that'll carry him home. Matt Singh is in behind the uprights. 26-8.
And they're out on their feet now, the rest of the world. We've seen the last 3 tries have been scored just with simple missed tackles. Howlett missed one, McLean missed one. This gave Australia possession. Terry Hermanson popping it up. Larson got in between the passer, the man it was intended for. And then I think you'll find it's Adrian Lamb and Lee Jackson who basically don't get a hand on Matt Singh as he just flies straight through the middle. Lamb was at marker, and Jackson was to his left.
Well, they looked up and said, "You've got him." "No, you've got him." "Well, who's got him?" "No one." Tangata and Jackson.
He doesn't give you much time though, does he?
Good player in, Matty Singh.
So, with Matt Singh over for his first international try, and the conversion is there for Andrew Johns. That scoreboard 28-8. So close to the line. Jackson, sweeping pass from the grass to Lamb and Tangata. Simon up the top, and the ball comes away for the Australians. So they worked hard to get the mistake, and eventually it presented itself.
I'd be very impressed in the rest of the world team from Lee Jackson tonight. I think he's had a sensational game. Of course, he mentioned Robinson, Connolly. McCracken was good while he was on there.
Marcus By's good.
And Marcus By as well.
5 tries to the Australians as the timepiece winds down, and 28 points to 8 at full time. Outstanding effort by Paul Harrigan as he leaves the bench. 5 tries for Australia, 2 for the rest of the world. Johns kicked 3, Simon kicked 1. And the penalties wound up at 5-4 to the rest of the world in front of a crowd of 14,927.